Morning, babe.
Oh, morning.
How'd you sleep?
Had a weird dream that a crocodile was chasing me in our old house. Not our real house, though.
Told you stop watching those nature shows before you go to bed.
And what did you dream?
I didn't dream because somebody kept tossing and turning all night.
Dominic!
What?
When did you do this?
After our last session with Dr. Rochelle.
You know, I didn't think he was going to be open to counseling, but you really amazed me.
To be honest, I wasn't at first. But I can relate to Dr. Rochelle way more than that Ivy League elitist. She's down to earth.
You really put in a lot of effort.
After all you've done for me, how could I not do this small little act for you?
Scrumptious. This is a big act. I love you.
I love you too. Wait, it is?
Let me show you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Today, we're going to have consultants in the Diner Consulting Group. If they come to your classroom, just keep teaching. Excuse me. Am I disturbing you back there?
No.
Dismissal. You guys must be on your post for dismissal. There was an altercation yesterday with some parents. It was only me and the dean out there. I pay you guys for 4 o'clock, not to 3:45. Today, I want to see everybody out there at 4 o'clock so there's no more issues. Do you guys understand me? Last thing, attendance. Make sure your attendance is there by 8:30, not 8:31. I don't want to see students at 8:29 walking down the hall because that means they're going to be late. 8:30 is the cutoff. You guys can go to your posts.
You come to school every morning 45 minutes before school starts to hear this?
We could have got this in the evening.
Mr. Harris is a new addition to our school this year, Dr. DeLeon. But this man is a gem.
I'm glad. You know, there's nothing more I love than a good history class.
I know.
So, how did the Declaration of Independence affect Africans?
I believe it made all men equal.
Yep. They were slavery though, so they weren't all equal.
Were they or weren't they?
They were, but...
They were created equal, but they weren't treated equal.
Why was the Declaration of Independence even written then?
So it could be independent or free from Great Britain.
That's what they want you to think.
So what is it, Journey?
Don't it have something to do with self-governing in Africans?
Yes, it was to become independent from Great Britain, but simultaneously began enslaving Africans. Our forefathers were hypocrites about wanting to be free and then turn around and start enslaving Africans. Everything Great Britain did to the colonies, they took and constructed into the Declaration of Independence and then imposed on Africans.
They violated. Yo, Mr. Harris.
Mustafa, yo.
Oh, my fault, Mr. H. It's just, how come they don't put this in the textbooks?
You have to remember, these articles are published by white-run publishing companies.
Hold up. You mean they be lying in these books?
If they lying, why we gotta learn them?
It is your job as little historians to figure out the truth from fiction. You should read things from different perspectives and don't take everything you read in these textbooks at face value.
How do we decipher what's facts and what's cap?
Just keep asking questions. And if it glosses over Africans or tries to make it seem not that bad, you have a lot more searching to do. Okay, that'll be all for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same place, same time. Don't forget to study your worksheets. Good job.
How long did you say Mr. Harris has been working?
Can't remember. He did come from prep. He had an excellent demo. Come in.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Harris. This here is Dr. DeLeon. Dr. DeLeon, Mr. Harris.
Good morning, Dr. DeLeon.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you.
Sit. Mr. Harris, can you remind me, how long you been teaching again?
This is my 8th year.
I was just telling Dr. DeLeon about how impressed I was with your demo.
I spoke to Mrs. Pettigrew, and she informed me that you're supposed to be teaching the Declaration of Independence, but refused to use any of the resources she's given you?
Those documents that she gave me weren't rigorous enough for my students. They lack questions 3 and 4.
You telling me you made that stuff up?
I researched and put together my own materials. Is that a problem?
Did you upload the materials into a box?
We don't have to upload our lessons since everything is done for us.
Do your students usually speak to you in such a street tone?
A street tone? No one had a street tone.
One of your students said, yo. Yo, like you're in the street.
I'm just happy Mustafa is participating and engaged.
Mr. Harris, you have good classroom management and seem to be personable. However, your students have to take the American history regents, and your interpretation of the Declaration of Independence lacks credibility. This will not allow your students to pass.
You telling me teaching my students the truth about American history will result in them failing?
Deviating from the truth will result in them failing. Nothing you mention is written in any textbook.
First of all, this school doesn't have any textbooks in his story. Secondly, name one textbook that told you 12 presidents had slaves. When black people start publishing textbook about American history, then we can discard these textbooks with a limited perspective.
Mr. Harris, Dr. DeLeon is here to help us to push the school in the right direction. Test scores are one way, right? We can do this.
Oh, so me teaching students, black and brown students, false information intentionally so they can believe this country's intentions from inception was to do right by them?
This country was founded on the principles of our forefathers. Morals, beliefs, ideas. The Declaration to be free was for all peoples living in these colonies. Slavery did happen, and what white people did to slaves was bad, but it was for a better, new democracy.
Mr. Harris, we will talk about this later.
Wow, Principal Bonaparte. I would have thought you wanted to see students learning and engaged. It amazes me, Doc, that you refer to the people who built this country by their title and not their identity. Your people enslaved Africans, not slaves.
So you know what reading the hate you give. I asked the class, why does Star refer to the cop that killed Khalil as his badge number? Melody responds and says that the author wanted to paint a picture about the cop's identity being diminished the same way the media paints a picture about unarmed black people being shot.
Is that right? You know I teach math.
At least watch the movie, but damn right it's right. But she said that in front of the consultant in the class, his face turned all red.
Well, it seems like you had a blast. I had this little young girl from Colombia. She kept asking me questions and stopping my class.
Yo, I'm glad no one came to my class. Them kids were annoying today. Anytime Heaven comes to class and has a bad day in Mr. Richie's class, I gotta deal with her negative attitude.
You need to talk to him because he has no classroom management.
I had a meeting with Mr. Bonaparte, some white dude named Dr. DeLeon, questioning how I teach my students about the Declaration of Independence. It is no secret that these textbook publishing companies are known for historical erasure when it comes to indigenous people and Africans. When they do accept their presence, their character is diminished to their title. You don't hear us calling them white settlers.
What did Mr. Bonaparte say?
Well, he probably sided with the other man and not the brother man.
Said he would talk to me. Oh, and Busset, Dr. Supremacist was inquiring where I got my materials from. Said he checked with Miss Pettigrew, who was as lost as a millennial with the math. She practically gave me nothing.
Yo, I'm happy my curriculum is laid out for me. But yo, how do they run a school where some departments have more resources than others?
Well, last year we all had nothing. It's just that Miss Mingo runs the math department, and she's been teaching for like 20 years, you know what I mean? Now Miss Pettigrew, on the other hand, She's been doing it for 2 or 3 years, and she's like in her first year as a specialist.
Does she even have a history degree?
Well, clearly the ELA curriculum doesn't know what he's doing.
Well, he actually does have a master's degree. He just doesn't have any experience teaching.
What? Knowing English and teaching English are two different things.
No, it's not.
Listen, I can speak Spanish fluently, but I can't teach it, at least not effectively.
I know what you're saying. When I worked in banking, a lot of them dudes knew what they were doing and made money effectively. But some of them struggle communicating their logic and reasoning.
Okay, that makes sense.
Why do they have all these consultants here anyway?
Checks and balances. In case the students fail, they could prove they put extra resources into the teachers. They're just CYA for the school. They're not invested in the children. They're invested in the teachers because they cut them hefty checks.
Mm-hmm. You be knowing. You be knowing.
Hey there, brother, sister. People are dying. Hey there, father. Where is your son? Hey there, mother. Oh, mama. Hear the baby crying. We all need somebody. Somebody to lean on. 'Cause the nation is one. The nation is one. The nation is one. The nation is one. I came here to tell you, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're going through, the nation is one. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're